Hello scale modelers from YouTube, and welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to share with you the restoration of a 2015 Nissan Silvia S15 Spec-R Aero. The model kit is from Fujimi, number 03935 in 1/24 scale. Some time ago, I bought 4 model kits, each one of them needing different levels of restoration. For each of them, I plan to make a video with their restoration process and share with you. In a first observation of this specific one, there are no wheels, and the front right shock absorber is broken and missing. Also missing is the rear window wiper. The body paint is not very bad, but needs some attention, and some other parts or details need to be painted or repainted. So, let's see my restoration process for this Nissan Silvia. Obviously, the first step in this restoration process was to disassemble all the parts that I could, trying not to break them, in order to check and do what I think it should be done to get into a better build. The good thing was the fact that the glue that was used was not very strong and aggressive, and all the parts could be loosed quite well. Then, I start working on the interior. Even if the interior is difficult to see through the windows, I like to do it the best I can, and the dashboard was not well painted. Therefore, I repainted the metallic area with aluminum color. The radio I painted silver with the display in clear orange, and in the dashboard, the air exits external borders, I highlight them with a monochrome pen. I repainted the external area of the steering wheel with flat black, and the 2 metallic details with silver, as indicated in the manual. I cut the injection pin at the center of the steering wheel, because it was not supposed to be left there. In the interior tube, I covered the floor and the back side of it with black flocking to give these areas a carpet look, and I painted the gear lever with silver and black. I didn't install seat belts, but I created and assembled the 2 seatbelt locks on the interior side of the seats. Then, I assembled the dashboard, and the interior is finished. In the chassis, I didn't like the fact that it was previously painted with gloss black. So, I stripped the paint and repainted with black primer. Then, I dry brushed it with silver to highlight the details. I also painted silver some other elements, like the gas tank, engine, and the transmission. The exhaust system was painted aluminum. The front and rear suspensions were also painted with black primer, and dry brushed with silver paint. The transmission elements in the rear axle were painted silver. As I said before, the front right shock absorber was broken and missing. So, I scratch build one, and glued it to the correspondent disc brake. It is not perfect, but I think it is enough okay, even because it will be almost invisible after installing it behind the wheel. These elements were repainted with silver and red. After assembling all the elements, the chassis is finished and ready to receive the wheels. I decided to use these BNR 34 GTR 18 inches wheels from my stash. I assumed that because they were also from Fujimi, like the model kit, they would fit nicely, but I was wrong. Therefore, I had to make 4 small axles, and drill holes in the middle of the disc brakes, to be able to install these wheels. When I made the test fit of the finished chassis, together with the body, I noticed that on the front, there was a big gap between the wheels and the body. To solve this situation, I had to lower the front suspension elements. The result was okay, and it looks much better now. On the rear, nothing was done, because I think this gap is okay. Regarding the body, my option was to keep the paint after clear all the dust, because it wasn't that bad. So, I touch up some parts of the paint with white, and sanded some spots to smooth the surface. I also painted some details, like the water expressors on the hood, as well as repainted the black trims of the front and rear windows. Another reason to keep the paint was because I wanted to preserve the decals on both sides of the body. I repainted the turn signals, first with silver, and over it, clear orange. I repainted the black trims of the side windows, and I black washed the panel lines from the doors, from the gas tank cap, and from the door handles, and I painted silver the door locks. On the front, the inside of the lights was previously painted black, but I repainted them silver, with the turn lights clear orange, as indicated in the manual, and I painted a black trim around the glass. I repainted the front grills with black, and with silver the hood symbol. On the rear, I had to scratch the paint in the inside of the glass of the taillights, to create the reversing lights, and I painted black the trims between the stop and turn lights, that were not painted. For the missing rear window wiper, I used one from my parts box. On the trunk, I repainted with silver the Nissan symbol, and the Silvia letters. I also painted silver the trunk lock. To finalize and give it a bright finish, I clear-coated all body with gloss varnish. After dry, I mounted the chassis into the body, and the build is ready. Just to remember, this was the way I received the model kit, before the work I just showed for the restoration process. But now, let's turn the page and see the final result for the new life of this model kit. I'm happy how it turned out, and I hope you also like it. Thank you for watching, and thank you to all my subscribers. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below with any question or feedback. See you in the next video.